Hey everyone, Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler, and I think we're live. We're going to actually do a live stream of this Printful webinar. It's going to be getting started with Printful. Once again, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. I'm actually not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to try it anyways. For those that aren't a part of Printful yet, it is a print on demand, kind of like merch by Amazon, where you can actually create mugs and all kinds of different things using print on demand and using your design. So definitely go down there and click the link below. The live stream is going to start in less than a minute, or at least that's what's going to happen here. We're going to do some live commentary also, and hopefully everything works out and goes through. Get your pen and paper ready. This is getting started with Printful. I can't tell you how many times that I've learned so many new things from watching like these videos and these webinars and just pretty much, watching all kinds of anything on Printful. And I'm really excited about Printful. I'm really starting to do more videos on it. I think Printful is an amazing company, and you make a lot more money to me personally on Printful than I do on Merch by Amazon. So I'm definitely going to be going hard on that for the rest of the year. Q4. If you have an Etsy account, it's a must to get Printful, especially if you're doing Merch by Amazon because you have all those designs already. So it makes sense just to do that for sure. And looks it says we are connecting to the room. We'll see how this goes. And if you have any questions while we're chatting, we're going to do some commentary here. I might mute myself from time to time just so we can hear the speakers speak. I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to go. So let's see here. We do have a chat room that is about to pop up. And if, like I said, if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the chat below, and I'll try to get to them in real time, as it looks like we have a chat room here on the side here. So I think I'm going to move my face from this thing over here so you guys can actually see the chat room over here. Looks like people are starting to fill in. This is actually getting pretty exciting here. It's been a while since I've done any webinar stuff. They're really cool to do. Let me see if I can just shrink my head and put it over here for the time being. Like I said, if you're not signed up for Printful, my affiliate link is below. If you're doing merch by Amazon, it's definitely a must because you have literally all those designs that you can just upload and put them on Etsy. The Etsy Printful integration is super, super, super amazing. And it's been really easy for me to do with that. So we're waiting for the webinar to start. Like I said, get your pen and paper ready. If you're watching this on the back end, welcome. I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. Definitely click the follow button.
Hello,
Here we
thank
go.
you so much for joining me today. My name is Wes. I am here from Printful. I'm in our Los Angeles location. I see that we have people from all over the world
It's a
here
little
joining
loud.
us, so that's super awesome. Real quick, a couple of things I want to get out of the way. This webinar is being too. As soon as this is done,
There we
it'll
go.
process and you'll get a link emailed to you and you can watch it back as many times as you want. Second, if you could just go ahead and let me know if you can hear me all right. Just give me a nice yes, I can hear you. Everything sounds good. That will be great. And then we can get going from there. There
There
is
we
about
go.
an 8-second delay when it comes time for this. So at the end of this webinar, we're going to do a Q&A. And so then we'll be able to answer some questions. Just so you know, there'll be a little bit of a delay there. So great, here we go. Getting all the yes, I can hear you, sounds good. All that is awesome. So yeah, we're going to dive right on in today, guys. We're talking about how to get started with Printful. So there's lots of different things out there, and I just want to walk us through kind of the basic setup to help get you started. And by the end of this, you should be able to know how to get started and maybe even sell your very first product today. So let's just jump right on in. I have a little bit of a slideshow here to try and help everybody out. So here we go. The first thing you have to do when selling with Printful is you have to choose an e-commerce platform for you to sell on. So what that means is you're not able to actually sell your products on Printful. We are the back end partner for you. So you need to choose an e-commerce platform for you to sell on. We connect with the biggest e-commerce platforms in the world. And so there's a few things you want to look at when you're trying to figure out what e-commerce platform is going to be the best match for you. So here's a list of some things that you might want to take into consideration. There's things like price. Some of them are free to use. Some of them have monthly subscriptions. So pay attention to that. See what you can afford, what you can't afford. Sometimes if you know right off the bat that you don't want to pay anything, you can go ahead and cross off the list the ones that are going to charge you monthly fees. One thing you might want to take into account is if your e-commerce platform has a marketplace or not. I'll get into what a marketplace is in just a second. A push generator is huge. We have what's called the product push generator, and I'll show you how that works. But what that does is it allows you to create your product within Printful, and it gets pushed over to your store and syncs all of the information over there with you.
It's pretty amazing.
And it's an automatic process instead of you having to do that manually for each and every variant. So what I mean is if you have a shirt that you're selling in 10 different colors with 5 different sizes for each color, you have to go through and sync each and every one of those up. Whereas with the product push generator, you do it all at once and it pushes over there for you. Another thing you might want to take into consideration is if you have access to the live shipping rates or flat shipping rates. So live shipping rates are what is being offered to you right then and there. The system will go through and say, yes, you can ship this to wherever Arizona, and it's going to cost $3.75 to do that. And a flat shipping rate is where you just tell your customer, I charge $5 for shipping. I don't care where you are in the United States, it's going to be $5. So that's what the difference is between live shipping rates and flat shipping rates. So we do have all this broken down for you in this really cool chart called the e-commerce comparison chart. That's on our website. What you do is you simply go to the homepage, you click on this resources tab, then you do integrations and then e-commerce platforms. And it's going to pull up this super awesome chart that has all of the e-commerce platforms that we integrate with connected here. And what I mean by integrate is that means that our that website and our website talks to each other. And when your customer makes a purchase, your order information will automatically be sent over to Printful for us to start fulfilling that for you. So that's what I mean by integration. So right here, you can see all of these listed here. You can check out which ones have the live shipping rates. You can see which ones are charging you or not with the prices and on down. And you can check out some of the things that I mentioned there that you should take into consideration.
Yeah, that's really cool, that thing that you just showed.
Right here is a breakdown of a marketplace and a standalone store. So this will kind of help you visualize a little better what a marketplace is. Marketplace is Etsy, Store Envy, Inktail, Amazon, Ticktail. It's where the customer doesn't necessarily go to your site to buy your product. They would go to this website and search for a product. And if your product is matching what they're searching for, it'll show there in a product list with some of your competitors for your customer to then buy from. There's lots of benefits to using a marketplace. It allows you to sell to customers that you would not necessarily normally be able to sell to. So it might be someone completely random that naturally went to your site and they were searching for Halloween mugs for moms. And you actually have a product that is a Halloween mug designed for a mother. And now your product is showing up and they might buy it. A standalone store is where it will be your website. So they would go to mytshirtstore.com and that is where they go and it's just yours. So technically you can have one standalone store in all of the marketplaces. So you can have multiple stores that are all connected underneath your same Printful account. I don't necessarily encourage you to do that right when you're getting started. Maybe just start with one. If you get the feel of that and the hang of it, then sure, add on another marketplace or something like that, especially with the holiday seasons coming on. That won't hurt you at all, but definitely get a feel for it first. Don't put too much on you. So yeah, just go through that and pick which one is going to be the best for you. Regardless of, I'm going to choose an e-commerce platform today just to walk us through to show you how it works.
Etsy,
a lot of the steps are going to be the same regardless of which e-commerce platform you choose. There will be little differences here and there. Like if you decide to do Etsy and I'm showing a different platform, we have tutorials on our YouTube channel for every single integration that we have that will walk you through start to finish on everything. So regardless of which e-commerce platform you decide is going to be best for you, be sure to check out our YouTube channel for tutorials on everything dealing with that e-commerce platform and Printful.
They have a lot of great tutorials.
So now it is time to show you the tutorial of how to integrate Printful with an e-commerce platform and get you ready to go with your very first sell. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share. Now for today's purposes, I'm going to show us how to do Weebly. There are many steps that are very similar to the other e-commerce platforms. So this is a great one for us to go with. So here we go. This is your Weebly site right here. This is what's called your dashboard. So we're looking at it from behind. Whichever e-commerce platform, whether it be WooCommerce or Shopify, you'll also have a dashboard as well. I'm going to click right here on Manage Store. And it's going to take me to my actual site where you can edit. One of the big benefits with Weebly is it has a really great templates that you can use as far as building your site. It's very easy to use when it's like pushing, and it's called like a plug and play site where you can upload your photos, product images. It's super easy to do. So right here, we're going to click on the App Store. Now, some e-commerce platforms will call it a plugin or extras, but you'll go to whichever that is, like your App Center here, and I'm going to search Printful. Right here is our Printful app. You can read about it. We have a nice 5-star rating. As you can see, the pricing is free. I'm going to click on Add, and this is where we can connect Weebly and Printful. I also already have my Printful account signed up, and it is open, and I'm currently signed into it, so it's going to be a lot easier when I click this connect button.
I've never heard of Weebly.
Because right now, we have now integrated Weebly and Printful. It's literally that easy to do. So the next step that we can do here is to go ahead and add our very first product. So there's two ways that you can do this. As you can see, as soon as we integrated, right now I already have this add product button. I can click on it and start adding my first product. Let's say you were on a different page over here somewhere. You can just click on stores. Here is your list of Printful stores. See how I mentioned you can have multiple set up in here. Here's our Weebly one. I'm going to click add. And it just brings us right back to where we just were. So for today's purposes, let's do a t-shirt. I'll show us how to do that. I'm going to click on just the men's shirt. I'll do all t-shirts. Right here, as you can see, they're listed by what's a new product, and then they're actually listed by popularity. And these are live updated. So you can always see which products are the most popular products amongst all Printful users. So I'll go with this Bella Canvas shirt right here. And right here is where we get to upload our artwork. Now, what you can typically do is come to this page with a print-ready file. That means you've already looked at the guidelines, you've already created your graphic in Photoshop, Illustrator, whichever designing program that you choose, and you can begin working on it outside of Printful and then bring it into here. We do have guidelines on our website. I'll come over here, go to homepage.
Yeah, they also have templates.
Click on
too.
Products and Pricing. And then this step right here is the same regardless of which product you add. So if you're trying to add cell phone cases, you would just click on the cell phone case like I'm doing here. So I'm going to click on these same steps. Here's the t-shirt that we're working with. And again, this could be totes, leggings, a bag. We click on the specific product. And if you scroll down, you'll see this list of tabs. And you're going to click on Print File Guidelines. Right here has all of the information that we need. We can download these templates that will actually, you can open up in Photoshop, Illustrator, anything like that, and they're going to be good to go. So this is what you want to do if you're creating your own print file. Another thing you can do if you maybe aren't able to create your own print file is we do have an in-house design team that you can commission to create stuff for you. Right here, if you just click on the Resources tab, Services, and then Design, it's going to bring you to our Design Services page. So you can read all about them. You can see the stuff that they've done. Here's some examples of a customer sent in this information, and then they were able to create this piece here. So you can check out their other work that they've done.
Oh, it's funny.
Read little bios about them.
That's a really
so you
old,
can kind of see what they're good at and all that good stuff.
Example.
And then you can just scroll on down and submit what's called a design request.
They do.
And then they'll get back to you and you can start talking about pricing and all that good stuff.
That's what's really crazy.
A couple more things that are super cool. We now have clip arts, so you can actually kind of create a simple design here. And these are all copyright free. We've created them so you can use them and sell them if you want. So since we're coming up on Halloween here in the States, I'm just going to go ahead and do this nice little pumpkin emotion. And let's see, let's also add some text. I'll add a nice boo, and I'll use this font. I'll put it right here. So this new mockup generator is a really fun way to kind of create very simple stuff if you're just trying to put something together. There we go. And why not? Let's make it orange to match. Cool. So now I've created my design right here within our mockup generator. And then right now I get to pick which color shirts I want to actually sell this on. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different options. I want to encourage you not to select all the options because that might overwhelm your customer. For example, they don't need to choose between all these different shades of blue. You make that choice for you. You say, this is the color blue that I think the design will look best on. And then that way your customer goes, you know what, I want a blue shirt. They don't have to figure out which color blue they want. You've already decided this is the blue, and they go, great, that's the blue shirt I want. So let's do a pink one as well, because that's kind of cute. I'll do a black because it's Halloween. I won't do orange because I already have lots of that in the design, so that might not look well. But yeah, let's do a gray. Cool, so these are the colored shirts that I'm going to offer here for this. And then right here, you can select all the sizes that you want to offer it in. It's already pre-selected to offer all of them, so you can leave that there, or you can sit here and select specific ones that you want to offer.
Just
once you've done all this, you're going to click Proceed to Mockups. And now we get to choose the type of mockup we would like to add.
And
we have 4 that you can choose from right now. We have an actual person wearing them, and then we have these flat lays. This is personally my favorite, this wrinkled front mockup. So I'm going to go with that one for right now. And here we get to choose which image is going to be our main mockup image, as you can see that. So that means when it gets pushed over to our store, this is going to be the image that our customers will see. I'll do the black one, like that one. And then let's click Proceed to Description. Now right here, it's already pre-filled with information, so that's really great. But what you can do is now you can add your own info in here.
This is important for Etsy.
Halloween pumpkin shirt. You can come in and edit this description. There's stuff like this. The male model is wearing the medium. These are his measurements. I didn't use that model, so I'm going to remove it because I'm doing the flat lay. And you can add all kinds of good information here too.
Yeah, I definitely suggest putting more information in there for sure.
Halloween shirt. And then let's proceed to pricing. Now right here is a really cool little chart. Right here you can see the Printful price. This includes the printing of the shirt. This is the suggested retail price for it. And then this is what your profit will be. Now as you can see, you can come over here and adjust your profit. And you can see it automatically changes the retail price for you, and it also updates your profit. So you can look and see which one you want to do. Right about here is good, I think, around $9 to $10 profit. For a shirt, we can see it's about $22, $23 retail value for the shirt. So we'll go with that. Right here, this product categories, as you start building your store, you'll start adding collections or categories, and this is like the men's section, women's section, accessories. So as you start building those on your e-commerce platform, here you can actually click them and it'll add it to that section for you. So now I'm going to click Submit to Store. And as you can see, it's starting to create all of those mock-up images for me. It's sending all this information over to Weebly, which I will open back up while it's doing that. And it's still processing all that stuff over here. So it just takes a minute or two, and then you'll be good to go to see all of that.
Yeah, sometimes it's even less than a minute.
There we go. Halloween pumpkin shirt added. So now we can hop into Weebly and check that out. So I'm going to go back over here to Manage Store.
I got to check out this Weebly thing. I've never heard of that.
I'm going to click on Products and Product Library. And here's a shirt I did earlier to test everything out. And then right here, here is my Halloween pumpkin shirt. Now, let's talk about, let's say you decide you want to change the title. Maybe you started getting customer photos in and you want to start adding customer photos to your product gallery. Right here, you just edit the product, click Add Image, and that's where you can upload those. Let's say you change your mind, you don't want that black one to be the main photo. We can switch that out, no big deal at all. You can come over here and hide it if you want. So maybe you made a special shirt for a sporting event. predicting that a certain team would win or a certain score or whatever is going to happen, you can go ahead and add to your store, hide it, and then if it happens, you can make it visible. So right here, you can go through and just edit lots of stuff. Let's say you want to change the price, anything like that. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to set stuff up for shipping. So I'm going to open up just another tab real quick. Weebly does not have live shipping rates, so you do have to set up flat shipping rates, which if you head over to our Printful site right here, you can click on shipping, and you can find out all of the information about the shipping prices for every single product. So this is for the flat rates. And so how flat rates work is we tell you what we see as the cost that you need to charge to prevent from losing any money. So for one shirt going to the US, we suggest that you charge $5. So what that means is you will never be charged more than $5 because that's what we've told you. So let's say for whatever reason, one of the orders comes through, and in reality, when the order gets placed, it's $5.75. We're not going to charge you that extra 75 cents for that. The very good thing about flat rate shippings is sometimes it's going to be cheaper. So when it goes through it, the actual shipping cost that comes in through a USPS might be $2.50. And now you just made $2.50 profit because you charged $5 and it was cheaper, and you get to pocket the profit there. So that's kind of the big benefit of using flat rate shipping and sticking with our suggested prices, because if anything, you will never lose money on it and you can make profit on it. So it's just really great things that you can do there. So right here, you can check all that stuff out. You can also check out the shipping times and speeds up here, our fulfillment time, all important stuff to add to your website. So let's set this stuff up. Now with Weebly, what you have to do is you have to set up what's called weight-based shipping. So it doesn't allow you to say this product, and this product, I'm charging $5 for shipping. So right here, we're going to click on setup. I'm going to click on shipping. And first thing that you're going to want to do is add your shipping address. So for Printful, you can add our North Carolina address, which you can easily find just by Googling it, and then you can copy and paste. All you have to do is search Printful North Carolina, or you can take a nice little screenshot right now if you want to of our address. And once you do that, it's going to help you set everything up. So what you want to do is you can add 3 different regions for your destinations or regions, and that is the United States, the rest of the world, and Canada. As you can see here, that's the way we have it set up. USA, Canada, and international shipping from the USA. So to do weight-based shipping, what you want to do is we'll come over here. Here's our shirt that we have opened up that we edited. I'm going to set all of these to 0.1 pound. I'm just going to copy this and paste it, because what we're going to do is we're going to set it up to where when someone orders something, Weebly knows how much the cart weighs because you've told them how much this product weighs. So what you do is you go through and you do this for each of the variants. So I've set it to 0.1 pound. I'm going to save it. And now I'm going to hop over to my shipping tab that we were just in. And what you'll do, I'll show you with the United States. I'll click edit. After I add it, edit again, and I'll show you what I did here. So we know from our shipping page in Printful that one t-shirt is $5. So I put shipping rate $5 and the order weight being 0 pounds to 0.1 pounds. Because remember, we said one t-shirt is 1 pound, is 0.1 pound. So now it knows that anything that is 0.1 pound is $5. Now you have to manually go and kind of play around with that as far up as you would like to. So now I said anything from 0.11 pounds to 0.2 pounds is going to be $5.75, because you can see here for each additional t-shirt to the US is 75 cents. So I just copy and paste that over here. And you just keep playing the scenario up as far as you would like to go. It does get a little complicated if you're starting to add in mixed products, like if you want to do a mug or a cell phone case. So what happens there is you just want to change the weight a little bit more drastically. So for all the t-shirts, we're sticking to ounces basically. We're doing point something pounds. So maybe for a mug, you want to start at 1 pound. So that way now you can do, if someone buys a mug and a t-shirt, it's going to be 1.1 pound. And now your system knows what to charge. So it can be a little complicated when doing this, but there's also a really cool thing that they have set up called a fallback rate. So that just means maybe the purchase comes through, it doesn't match any of these. So we stopped at 3. So maybe the next one is 0.7. So that's how many shirts they bought. And now it's just going to automatically charge them $15. So that's a really cool thing that they do here with
My apologies.
Weebly.
I think I was
So
breathing.
once you set up your shipping, you just
mic.
do
I
that
just
for
noticed
each
my,
section, USA, Canada,
my
and
name's
international.
there.
And like I said, you literally can just copy and paste these things over into your Weebly.
I'll have to check out
So
Weebly.
that's how you set up your shipping. So as you can see, I've done that. Canada, it's $8 for the first shirt. So I've set those up to be the same here. One thing that you can do is you can also, because this can be a little complicated, especially if you're wanting to do multiple products of different things, you can also build the price of shipping into the retail of the shirt, right? So let's say you're wanting to sell the shirt for $20. You know that shipping is $5 for one shirt. So now you can say free USA shipping, and then your shirt is marked up to $25, which is the $20 retail price you want, and now the additional $5 for the shipping. And now your customer is also getting a deal because they know that they are getting free shipping. So that's one little trick that you can do there. And then of course you can also offer sales with that, so that way you don't overcharge a customer for shipping. So you can say, buy 2 shirts, get $4 off. So now you're basically giving them back $4 and just charging them the extra $1 for the extra shirt. So it's little things like that to where your customer is getting a deal. They think they're getting a great promo. You're also making more sales and you're not losing out on any money. The next thing I want to talk about is setting up your taxes. So let's do that. Right here, let's click the taxes tab. Again, I've set up the Printful shipping for North Carolina. I went ahead and added our location here in Los Angeles, as well as our Latvian location, just because I wanted to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to set up our tax rates. So since Printful is located in both California and North Carolina, we do have to charge sales tax on any orders that are going to either of those states. So what you would like to do is also charge sales tax to any orders that are going to North Carolina or California. So that way you don't lose any profit, and you can pass that tax charge along to your customer. So what you do is you would click Add Tax Rate and click United States. And then we're going to click Edit here. And then right here is where I was able to individually add California and North Carolina because I added in my shipping zones.
Sometimes it changes
coming from
like,
California and North Carolina.
every year, and it's
as you can see, it was automatically set up to charge 7.25% for California,
I think it's
and North Carolina is 4.25%. And I clicked automatically calculate taxes. So all of that is very helpful. And now we're not going to lose out on any profit. When it comes time for questions like, I live in Wyoming, do I need to charge sales tax there? That's where you really want to reach out to a local tax professional to ask them those specific questions. You can go into more detail about the types of products you're selling, what your projected kind of revenue or income will be, because all those different variants are going to change kind of the tax rules for you individually. So that's why it's really important to reach out to someone locally so that way they can give you the correct advice for you, your region, and what you're specifically doing with your store.
For sure.
The next thing that you want to do to make sure everything is good to go is to set up your checkout process with Weebly. So again, underneath the Setup tab, you're going to click on Checkout. And right here, they have a couple options. So the way the whole process works is there's, say a customer buys something from you, they bought that Halloween shirt.
This is great.
The first transaction that takes place is between you and your customer. So you need a way to actually charge your customer. With Weebly, you can choose to use Stripe, Square, or you can actually also do PayPal. And that is a way for your customer to pay you and for you to receive your money. So you would go through, you can read about these, see their pros and cons. You can check out how much they charge per transaction. And you can kind of compare all those and see which one's going to work out the best for you and your business. Now, that was the first part of the transaction that takes place. The second part of the transaction is Weebly sends the order information to Printful, but the payment does not get sent to Printful. So you need to set up a payment method with Printful as well. So that way, when the order comes over, we can charge you
But do they take
for the
cryptocurrencies?
fulfillment of the
That's what we really
product.
want to know.
And then we can start automatically
Do you
fulfilling it for
accept
you.
Litecoin
So what you do,
or
you just come
Bitcoin?
back to your Printful dashboard, click on your name here, and then click on billing. And what you can do is you can set up, click on billing methods. You can do a credit card, a debit card. You can set up PayPal if you would like for us to be able to charge you. You can also do what's called a Printful wallet, which is like a prepaid debit card if you think about it that way. That's where you can go in and add $100 at a time on it, and then when the orders come through, we'll charge that, and then you just reload it when it starts to get low. So that's how the billing process works. And the only thing left to do after that is you're actually all good to go and set up, and you can come over to Weebly and actually launch your store and start passing your link around to your website and start selling your very first products. So that is pretty much it as far as how you actually integrate, set up your shipping, and set up your very first product to sell. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're at 28 minutes. So my goal was to be able to walk us through that in 30 minutes. So I'm excited that we did that. But now we do have some times for question and answer. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to go ahead and type those in the chat box, and I'll grab a couple of those. In the meantime, I want to tell you all about the Printful app if you haven't downloaded that yet. If you have a smartphone, yesterday we actually were able to launch the Android version.
And
so
I
this
made a
whole time
video
we've
about
only
that.
had
I'll
iOS,
try to remember
and now we have
put it up
Android
there.
as well. So all of you Android users, you can now go to your app store and download the Printful app.
I have an iPhone though, so they've had the iPhone app for a while, and it's really cool. So definitely go and check that out.
Okay, great. Sandra has a question here about returns and how to handle those. So one thing I want to show you about
This is what
returns.
I was talking about. You have to deal with the customer service part. With
so I'm going to share my screen again. So if you come back over here to our Printful homepage, let's see if it's still down here.
Looking
All right.
looking for the link.
Let's click on policies and see if this is the right one.
Uh-oh.
Perfect.
Whoa.
All right, so on your home page here in Printful, what you're going to do is scroll all the way down here to the bottom. This is kind of our site index, our map. Underneath this Printful tab, click on policies. You can see all of our different policies, including our return policy. Now, this is our policy to you, right? So this is telling you what Printful handles and covers when it comes times for
How's that? Could you hear me now?
our
Could you hear
policies. So basically what they are is anything that's our bad. We definitely
now?
always take care of that. If something gets lost in the mail or damaged in the mail, like if you have a poster and it shows up flattened by the postal service, we will replace those. All we ever ask is just for a photo of whatever is wrong or damaged. You know, typically you would have to return the product, and it's a much faster way,
Printful's customer
more efficient way
service
to handle
is
things.
amazing.
All we need
I should
is
actually
just
make
a
some
photo,
videos about that.
to be able to handle that for you.
Their customer service
if anything is messed
great.
up, like with the print, as far as maybe it ended up being crooked or something went wrong and it snuck past quality control, you just send that stuff in and you just submit what's called a problem report. So in your Printful dashboard, you click on the order and you'll see a little button that says report problem. And all that has to be reported within 30 days. And that's how that works. We're not able to do returns for buyer's remorse or for size exchanges. So maybe your customer says, I don't want this anymore, and they want to return it. We're not able to refund you for that since we don't have your stock to return that to. Everything's printed on demand, so that's already done and it's yours. And same thing with size exchanges. If they decide they want to size down or up, we're not able to do that. So that doesn't mean that you can't offer those policies to your customers. So if you want to offer size exchanges to your customers, you totally can do that, but just be aware that that is coming out of your pocket. So just be familiar with what Printful's policies are, and then when you're making your own policies for your customers, just be aware of that. And
definitely read all the policies for sure. Because the printing time is usually about 5 to 7 days
All right.
before it ships.
Let's see what other kind of questions we have here. And I always suggest definitely have an FAQ section on your website explaining whatever policies you do have, because that's going to help you just so much in the long run that they can go ahead and see that. So many customers just
That's
go
true.
ahead and put on their websites that they don't accept exchanges at all, that they don't do returns. If there's damage or something wrong, please email me a photo at this address. And so that's one thing that lots of people do that.
Yeah, they're really good with customer service.
Let's see what other kind of questions we have here.
I had an issue and they took care of it in less than 24 hours one time.
How much time does it take for standard shipping and fast shipping? So it just depends on where you're located at. You want to check out the shipping speeds or the shipping tab on our website, because those are going to be, it just depends on where you're at. So if it's shipping to Europe, it's going to be a different, slower speed than that. But we do work with like FedEx overnight and like 2-day shipping as well. So we do have those fast things, those fast shipping options that you can upgrade to as well. And then in general, I think like the slowest shipping to the US is like 7 or 8 days is like the slowest. Let's see what other kind of questions we have here. Yeah, so just to reiterate, there's a question here about do they return the product to you or to Printful? No one has to actually return the product. All we ask for is a photograph. So that's it. So just ask them to snap a photo on their phone and email it to you, and then you can upload that when you're submitting the problem report. But yeah, there's no need to actually return the product.
Yeah, they make it so easy. I had a onesie return and they just
all right,
took less than 24 hours. I got a photo. One of the snaps was missing. They sent it right out in less than 24 hours. Actually pretty amazing.
There's a question about, is there a way to let a customer customize their shirt by a name? There isn't a way to do that as I speak, but that is something that's in the works specifically for Shopify. If you're using Shopify, there will be an integration option there to where your customer can actually go in and customize a shirt by adding their own name or whatever it is that you're going to allow them to customize.
That's a great
option.
So
you can make sure to follow us on all of our social media stuff. Make sure that you have your email notifications turned on, because we send out announcements about cool stuff like that we have doing.
Every day they're doing like something. It's crazy. There's always some notification. I've been doing videos for the last couple of days with those. It seems like they're always adding products.
Yep. And then to reiterate, there's another question here about having your credit card information on your e-commerce platform. Do you also have to have it in Printful? Yes, you do, because the way that it works is, let's say, like, for example, you're using Weebly, which you then use Stripe or Square or PayPal. So here's your customer, and they're paying Weebly slash PayPal, Stripe, and then Stripe will run that process for you and then give that money directly to you. And then over here is Printful. And so your order information came over to Printful, and the money just went to you from your customer. So now you need something to give that money to Printful.
Yeah.
So you need to have another card connected over there.
You can have multiple
so that way the money
cards
can
connected
be sent
too.
to Printful.
It's really nice. Like, Printful's an amazing thing. Oh, by the way, if you haven't signed up for Printful, the affiliate link is below. That's my affiliate link. Definitely check that out. Printful is amazing.
Yeah, so, okay, I'll answer this because there's still another question about products being returned. So by default, Printful's North Carolina location is on your packing slip. You can change that to whatever address you want, but our suggestion is that you just leave the Printful location on there.
QR
what
codes,
will happen
images
is if,
on
let's
those
say a customer does return something,
really cool.
They didn't contact you at all, or maybe it got lost in the mail, and then the mail, it got returned. Maybe your customer put the wrong address and it gets sent back. That will go to the Printful address, which is our North Carolina facility. They handle our returns, and then as they're processing the returns, you will get an email notification that says this order was returned. You can click on it, see which order it is. They should mark for you the reasons why. So if it looks like the customer has opened it and returned, they'll tell you that the customer returned it. Or if it's a wrong address and the postal service has stamped it, they'll tell you those reasons why. We hold those returned items for 30 days. So you have 30 days to decide what to do, whether you want to pay to have it shipped to another address. So maybe a customer did return it and they don't want it anymore. You're willing to accept returns,
I'm
so
gonna ask
you
that
give them their money
question
back. We can hold
about
on to it for 30 days. So maybe another customer buys that
the
same
UK thing,
product, that same size variant. You can, cancel that order and then reship this one to that customer. So that way you're not losing any money. We can ship it whatever address you want. So if you want it sent to you, which you can then use as a giveaway or a promo, use it for product photography since you've already paid for it, anything like that.
I'm not in UK, but I'll ask for AAA. AAA, that's like the weirdest name.
All right, let's see what other things we have here.
Let's see if he picks this question up for
Let's see if
you.
there's anything else. Yeah, here's a great question. You can sell Printful products anywhere in the world
There you
to anyone. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you are in Europe. If you want to market your store to the United States and just sell to the United States, you totally can, and vice versa. We have customers that have specific niche markets all over the world. There's people that are in Canada that market to Australia. So it just anything is a possibility. The nice thing about us having a fulfillment center in Europe is that we can print and ship from within the EU. You just want to check out which products we are able to carry at our European location if you're wanting to strictly keep it EU to EU. So you can check out stuff like that.
Yay! He answered my question.
Here's a great question about sample products. We do offer sample products. They're 20% off.
Sample products are amazing.
What you do is just go to your Printful dashboard,
actually.
And you will see a nice yellow button that says new order. Let's go dashboard.
You can
click
actually
on new order.
Make some good money.
You click the store you're wanting it to come from, and then right here, sample order, 20% discount. It's free shipping to the US or EU, since that's where we can print and ship from.
The more you ship,
so it kind of just depends.
the more you sell,
and then you can check out the amount of products, because that kind of varies as well too. But those sample orders are really great for multiple reasons. Obviously, the first one is you can check out the actual quality.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to decide whether you want to sell the Bella Canvas shirt or the Gildan shirt, you can do a sample order, get it at a discount, and then you can actually compare how they fill, how they wash, how they're cut, how they wear on you. And then the other really great thing that you can do is also test your design. So if you have a design you're not sure about, you can print it out.
Because sometimes the colors don't
and then of course you can
mesh well with the printed sublimation
product photography with it once you're done. And then my all-time favorite is you can do giveaways, which really helps you out as far as doing
I even will buy those and put those in
visibility
my
on social media. So if you're trying to get more likes or follows, I'm doing giveaways really help you out with that.
Because you get a discount.
All right, we
so
have
you're
time
basically
for
buying
one
your
more
shirts
question
wholesale,
here.
And then you do that. Pretty good.
Yes, here's a great question. When using Printful, will the bill show the store's name or Printful's name? And what about the packaging? So when it comes time for Printful, we're what's called white label. So we never put our branding on anything at all. So it will be your store or whatever it is that you put in there.
You have to manually
but it will not say Printful.
You have
so
to
even
manually
on the
go
packing
and set
slip,
that up.
It'll say your store name and then our address, but it'll never say Printful on there. The billing doesn't show up because, again, you are the one charging your customer, so you're taking care of that. We're just charging you, so none of that information gets sent over to your customer. And even with that, let's say every now and again something will happen and the order might show up as failed in Printful. That does not mean that something went wrong and your customer is now freaking out. So people do that sometimes. They're like, it says that my order failed, like what's going on? Just kind of breathe for a second. That's just between Printful and you. Everything is still good to go between you and your customer. This is just between the two of us to check out what's kind of going on. It's usually a situation where maybe you didn't have enough money in your Printful wallet, or you didn't set up that
Which
default payment
unfortunately
method.
happens.
All right, everybody, we're going to wrap it up. We're just past 40 minutes here.
Awesome.
So if you have any more questions, please reach out to support. We have support@printful.com that you can reach them at. And we also have chat, which is really great, that you can grab them right now on the website if you'd like. I'll hide myself. It's this little yellow box right here to the bottom right. You can click on it whenever that's available. There are reps that can help you out. And if for whatever reason they're not able to grab you, that message will be turned into a prioritized email. So yeah, that's how all that stuff works. Good luck with everything, guys. We're working on a webinar landing page on our website, so you'll be able just to go to it and check out which webinars we have coming up. For example, in 2 weeks, I'm doing one on marketing tips. So that means you have 2 weeks to get your store kind of good to go and up and running, and then we'll start talking about how to promote your store, especially right before the holiday season. So be sure to keep an eye out on that, and that will be really awesome. So
what happened to this volume? Oh, I guess that's it. Once again, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. This has been the free webinar from Printful. If you're not signed up for Printful, definitely click the affiliate link below. They will have all kinds of, I guess they're going to be doing their webinar scheduling on their website eventually. Once again, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. It turns out that this was a Weebly pretty much tutorial. I'll be changing my title for that. I was hoping they were going to do a little bit with Etsy. Maybe they'll do an Etsy one next time. He also said that 2 weeks they're going to be doing a marketing webinar. So we'll be hosting that live again also. But also if you want to be a part of Printful, my affiliate link is below. Definitely get started with Printful. One of the major things is if you are on Merch by Amazon and you're not using Printful with Etsy, especially if you have an Etsy store. So here's the situation. If you're doing Merch by Amazon and you don't have a Printful account set up, definitely do that. Integrate your Printful account to your Etsy store, and you could take all your hundreds of however many designs you have with your Merch by Amazon account and just totally load those back into using Printful with the Etsy integration. It's like having two marketplaces selling your same items. You pretty much double your money. I've taken pretty much all my good designs that have been major sellers on Merch by Amazon, integrated them into Etsy with Printful, and I've pretty much doubled my money that I normally would be making with Merch by Amazon. Like I said, the profits are way better with Printful. The one thing that AA was talking about, what are the benefits of using Merch by Amazon other than Printful, is Merch by Amazon, you don't deal with any of the customer service, you don't deal with the returns. Amazon takes care of that. With Printful and Etsy, you're the one that has to deal with the customer. If they have an issue with their shirt, you're the one that needs to communicate to them if there's returns. What's nice about Printful is the fact that they have amazing customer service. Their customer service is stupendous. I had a problem with a onesie one time where the little snap was broken off or something like that. I literally emailed them, and within less than like 20 minutes, I had a reply, and in less than 24 hours, they were shipping out a replacement, no charge. Like I said, Printful is amazing, and you're going to probably be hearing a lot about Printful over the next couple of years. Right now, a lot of you might not be doing Printful, so definitely check out the affiliate link below. I'll be doing more videos over the coming months with Printful because I really believe in the product. I just can't talk enough about Printful. Anyways, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. If you're not subscribed, definitely click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. Next time we have any Printful updates. There seems to have been a Printful update every day this week, so I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Share it if you have someone that wants to learn about Printful or has a Weebly store. This literally turned into the Weebly tutorial. I appreciate everyone that stopped by, and we will see you next time. Take care.